Would a fictional framing device for a video game change the entire future of media consumption? Our investors sure hope so. Binge Pipe isn't like those jerks who won't present You Don't Know Jack. Binge Pipe. Very few people have died watching us.
I'm Cookie Masterson, and if being lonely is a sin, well, then I'm going to hell. You? Flying solo? I like it. No one else to drag you down. So, let's make this happen.
Time for question 1.
To get things rolling, can we say ass? Oh, I guess we can say ass. Who's a real ass face? Nick Bottom from A Midsummer Night's Dream? Prospero from The Tempest? So what'd you pick? That's correct, for a totally different question. I really wanted you to pick this one. In A Midsummer Night's Dream, Nick Bottom has his head magically transformed into that of a donkey, aka an ass.
Hallelujah, hallelujah.
Next, the dessert that dare not speak its name. It's true that we can't have our cake and eat it too, but let's say you wanted to eat your cake, then have it, later. You have your reasons, okay? I'm no one to judge. In progression, how will your cake change its name before you can have it back? Cake bolus chyme poo, cake troche bile poo, cake amylase lipid poo, or cake glomblum cecum poo? Hope you like what you picked. Curious? Here it is. After food is chewed, it's known as bolus, then in the stomach it becomes chyme, before legally changing its name to poo. And the best part is, it's all yours. You can have it.
Why don't we do it for free?
Feast your eyes upon this. Black windshield. But don't trust your smartphone because it's a this or dat. I'm gonna list off 7 titles, and for each one, you tell me if it's an episode of Black Mirror, you know, the depressing sci-fi anthology show about the internet, or an old driver's education film. Think fast, you'll only get a few seconds to pick between Black Mirror or Driver's Ed. Here it comes. Options to live. Be right back. Nosedive. Safety or slaughter. Last date. Metalhead. Anatomy of an accident. I wouldn't put this on your LinkedIn profile. Okay, let's move along.
I don't need you anymore.
Coming up, like lambs to the slather. If Buffalo Bill, the serial killer from Silence of the Lambs, were to run out of lotion, what lamb byproduct could he substitute into his creepy catchphrase? It rubs the castoreum on its skin, it rubs the lanolin on its skin, it rubs the shellac on its skin, or it rubs the ambergris on its skin. Okay, what'd you pick? Lanolin is a fatty substance that's extracted from sheep or lamb wool, and it's used in ointments. This one's called Close But Not Close Enough Encounters. Which title character is an alien? The Martian, the Giver, the Thing, or Her? I love this part. The monster that attacks an Arctic research station did in fact come out of a ship from outer space. I hate confusing titles. I walked out of The Iron Lady furious it wasn't a movie about Meryl Streep fighting crime in a suit of armor. Round 1 is over. Oh, and by the way, all the cash in round 2 is doubled, in case you care about things like that. Okay, back at it.
6 trombones is not a parade.
Here's one for you. I never know how to pronounce French names. Which of these French kings relocated his court from Paris to Versailles? Louis, 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 or Louis Louis. Let's see how that shook out. Louis, 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 Louis is incorrect. Allow me. Louis XIV is the gaudy king you're looking for. He wasn't a great guy, but at least he didn't behead all his wives like Henry.
Mon béret a rétréci. 7.
Let's try. Thank God it's Friday the 13th. What type of summer camp would be terrorized by Jason Voorhees? A band camp, a math camp, a swim camp, or a computer camp? And how do we do? JSON is a computing term meaning JavaScript Object Notation. I could easily explain it to you, but what do you know? We don't have the time. In the first film, the killer is actually Jason's motherboard.
'Twas then I learned to heed the winds of 8.
Here we have. Let's hear it for Lynn. And hey, stress cut with Mime Sore.
It's time for a
Think fast on this one. The longer you take, the less cash you make. Okay, head in the game. Check out this gibberish phrase and let me know what TV catchphrase it rhymes with. Lynn, her, Miss Numbing, and pay no attention to that punctuation. It's time to prepare. For a very chilly time. Okay, what was it? All right, let's move on. Oh, here's a good one. I never forget a French name. How many times did Louis appear on the screen during that I never know how to pronounce French names question? About 44 times, about 34 times, about 24 times, or never, it was Louis. Okay, let's take a look. Well, let me see. Louis, 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 Louis. Yep, about 34 times. Just wait until I ask you how many times I've said Louis in this game. That'd be a tough one.
Sabes que es lindo, 10 perritos.
Up next. How many times have I said Louis in this game so far? Just kidding. Who said repetition is the death of magic? David Blaine, Bill Watterson, Tanya Harding, or Louis, 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 Louis. Hope you like what you picked. Good effort. Good effort. Here's what a right answer looks like. Yep, that was Bill Watterson, the creator of Calvin and Hobbes. But counterpoint, seeing a decal of Calvin peeing on something never gets old. It's time for the attack. Well, don't mind me then. Here's your clue. Good breeding. I hope you recognize the recognized breeds of these animals. That's all she wrote. Technically, this is a victory. You don't know this because you have no one to compare it to, but this is a very average score. Which reminds me,
You know